The smallest amount that I can do to mitigate the damage that the government is doing to the free people of England is just the bare minimum I can do, you know? Like, fuck me. Fuck me. And they're still considering more lockdowns as well. They're still considering more lockdowns. It's just what are you going to lock down? There's going to be nothing left to lock down. Like, the only things that will be left will be giant international, you know, monopolistic conglomerate companies who don't give a don't give a shit about anything, don't pay any tax here, don't have to have any allegiance to the country, owe us nothing, essentially. And they will own everything, and they'll be the only people allowed to work. And so if you want a job, that's well, good luck, because the government won't let you start a fucking business, probably. You know, it's going to be quite difficult, especially if you're, you want to sell a public service, which is half of our economy or something like that. It's like a huge swathe of it. It's like, fuck. You know, and then you just got like, okay, we're going to say, like, what is England as an ideal is just dead, is what we're saying. You know, the ideal of free men. It annoys the hell out of me.
History of America.
Yeah.
And the stuff that you talk about all the time.
It's both the good and the bad. My partner in this project is David Barton, and he's been collecting all the good things about America. And my daughter, she wanted to go to school, and they both hated history, but they would come home and I'd say, what are you learning about history? And then I would tell them the story. But my daughter came home and she said, Dad, I'm gonna major in history. And I said, great. And I said, we need great American historians. And she said, you know, Dad, your view of America is just so utopian, and, you know, it's red, white, and blue and apple pie, which wasn't exactly true, but kind of. And she said, it's just too ugly. It's really an ugly history. And I'm thinking, if my child is saying that in my home, what kind of nonsense has been filled in?
All right, everyone, I'm hyper-caffeinated and ready to go. Which one's the one on the right? Alabama and Mississippi look like a ball sack connected to Florida, which is the USA's cock. Makes sense.
This premise that everybody is going around where it is debunking has occurred, is just wrong.
Well, I'll be using this. You can do what you want.
Oh well. You're not really arguing, are you?
Don't while you're holding it, no.
Right, so I'm trying, right? I've got all these different packages of cheese, brands of cheese. And they're all different sizes, 620 grams, 800 grams, 906 grams, right? 1.1 kilogram, right? And I'm trying to calculate, okay, what is the lowest price per gram of cheese? Because I was poor at the time, right? I could not afford to just buy whatever looked right or looked best, right? So I'm trying to calculate in my head, which package of cheese is going to be the lowest price per gram. So of course I'm frowning. I'm like this. And I'm staring off into the middle distance. And this guy is standing beside me, and I just vaguely noticed him, right? And he's looking at my butt. Okay? And then all of a sudden he realizes that I'm looking at him. And he's like, oh, and he takes off. He just beats a hasty retreat. And I realized, oh God, he thinks I'm frowning at him because he was staring at my butt, right? And I wanted to chase after him and go, no, it's okay to stare at my butt, right? It's all right. These jeans make my butt look great. I was trying to figure out the price of cheese. Yeah. By the time I realized what had happened, it was too late.
Performed so badly that everyone's looking at it and saying this was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
You know, Tony Blair actually wanted to go further. He wanted to devolve parliaments up for the regions of England.
Wessex deserves its independence.
It would have ended terribly.
Cornwall rise up, exactly. You get it.
Let Africa be for the Africans. Let Japan be for the Japanese. let let people have their own homelands, and we will not bother you over there. We're not. If you want to have a dictator as your leader, that's fine. Knock yourself. If you want to live under fundamentalist Islam, knock yourselves out. Right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah. If you have the words "build back better," you're on the side of evil, and we oppose evil. And there's no more nuance to it, actually. This is one of those cases, one of the many cases where nuance is the enemy. Build back better is evil, and if you use the words "build back better," you're also evil, and we oppose you. Period. There's nothing more to be said.
Don't mind feelings about facts, not caring about your feelings. Don't care about your facts. Gangsta.